So the current record time is 16 hours, 29 minutes and 13 seconds, which is very hard to beat, but it is possible. Why do I do it? It's the best question. I think I get a kick out of the fact that people go, really? Why do you do that? A geeky love of trains. And I just found that I'm good at it, and when you find out that you're good at something, then I think you should kind of keep on doing it, you know? Starting or finishing at Amersham or Chesham is almost always what people do. So we'll be studying at Chesham. Get up very early in the morning. Zones 1 to 9. Peak travel card. See you in 270 stations time. The rules as laid down by Guinness World Record states that you must visit all 270 tube stations in one day. The train should already be here, so we've got some early morning drama.
There it is.
Yes. People just like to brand you as a train spotter that just sits on trains all day. It's train 413. And you don't realise you have to be a little bit mentally prepared, physically prepared. We've got up one line and down another. Norfolk Park to Kenton. It's a run that everybody does.
To connect between stations, it's quite advantageous to get out of one line, and you can either run, you can get any publicly scheduled form of transport like a bus. You can't get private transport like a taxi, you can't use a bike, you can't get a skateboard. So it's mainly trains, buses and running.
I've got my watch, which is my stopwatch here, and there's always a funny moment at 5:30 in the morning where we would synchronise watches, like being in some army film about to go off on an operation. There's actually a clock at the end of the platform, which the drivers adhere to.
Guinness state that you must keep a logbook of all the times that you arrive and depart at from each station, so we spend all day writing it down.
They're saying it was 414. We also have walkie-talkies amongst the team. So with my app, I've got every single tube station programmed in, and it then tells you where the exits are for that station, for that carriage, changing to whatever line that you want to go to.
And you need to provide, they just say supporting evidence, and we take that to mean a photo with a timestamp of every station.
Always take a couple of Imodium tablets, it stops you having to sit down.
I've heard that there's a bit of a problem at Queensway, like a signal failure, and they might be heading in that direction, so it's quite worrying.
Signal failure at Queensway.
Get out at North Acton and reverse. The only problem there is you've got to cover off East Acton later.
My friend Chris, he runs the timetables and he's there on his iPad gadgets or whatever, you know, like checking out the delays and stuff.
Things are going to get better, I'm sure.
You can go all day, you know, you could be 15 hours in, then something breaks and your whole day is scuppered, which is quite galling. What you hate is after weeks, not weeks, but months of planning and running, we heard that the Central Line had a signal failure at Queensway, and it's broken, and we were heading for the Central Line. There's nothing you can do. We know we're not going to do it. People say that the tube is overcrowded. I can't see it myself. It's overcrowded. Well, we've just been to Epping and back, and we're now going round the Hainault loop, where trains are very infrequent, only one every 20 minutes. We're going to pass through Grange Hill in a second, where everybody always sings the theme tune.
This is Grange Hill.
Da 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 da. People ask, why do I do this? And it's because it's a fun activity. We're delayed, I'm not happy, but we're going to carry on to the bitter end. The people that are critical are often the ones that just spend week after week spending their money on, you know, getting drunk and watching rubbish TV.
Sometimes the driver's way back to you.
Maximum success.
Would you like our final time? 17 hours, 24 minutes, 57 seconds, which is an hour over what we'd planned. And we missed out a station. We didn't do Olympia, so that's only 269 out of 270 stations. Thank you, team. Group hug. To the trains.
To the trains.